How are you? I hope you're on awesome day. It's me, the card gamer philosopher, back here with another video. I wanted to talk a bit about my favorite deck that I managed to make competitive enough over the years, and it's Kashtira. You can play it in so many different ways. It's one of the main features. You can play it as an engine, you can play it as the capitalist version, you can play it as the board breaker version, the fair one, the fun one, or you can just put 30 hand traps inside and call it a day. I haven't tried that version, I hope nobody ever tries it. I wanted to talk about the board breaker version. This is the best build, most likely, for this specific time frame. You could play Dimension Gate. The one problem with playing it is it's an expensive card. It's a really expensive card. I think it's like 40 euros or so, and I don't have that kind of money to throw on one card. But you could play it. Should you play it? It depends. If you would play it, you should cut on one Fualos, maybe one double Cyclone and MST. Not really recommended, but you could still do it. But this deck is specialized in board breaking. Yeah, I know, crazy. And killing your opponent in only one turn. You are not taking more than one turn. If you are taking more than one turn, then you are pretty much just dead. If you are not dead, then there will be a really annoying grinding game. So yeah, your turn is usually very quick, you win very quickly, it's a lot of fun. During your opponent's turn, he gets to have fun. During your turn, you get to have your fun. Your opponent then doesn't really have fun during your turn when you activate your third Raigeki, but you are having fun now, and he had fun the last turn. Yeah, we can't say that about most hand trap heavy decks. So, something really important is the side deck. Because your opponent can say that you go first. For now, until they print a new Link 5 that only needs one monster. Until then, you need to play a combo that ends up in just a Gorgon that cannot be destroyed. IP into Gorgon. And it's not really good, and you don't really want to use your resources. But when you lost a duel, you can just side in the floodgates. And when you open the floodgates, New Londo will be drowned. I mean, it's kind of the other way in the game, but okay, we are talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! For now. So, if you somehow lose the first one, which is very rare, you can you can open the floodgates for the next game, and then you can win in the third game with your going second version. Okay, if you win the first one, which is usually the case, you can will not do anything with your deck. You leave it as B. You could side roll if it's really good. If you want to take something out, maybe MST, depends on the deck you are fighting against, but you only play one roll because it's a stupid card, and also I have it in QCR, so yeah, of course I wanna play it. And you kinda have one slot left. Yeah, so you win the first one, you win the second one, you won. You win the first one, you lose the second one, you open the floodgates in the third one. And usually when you use floodgates, you never lose. And if you lose once with floodgates, you can play the second time with floodgates. Or trick your opponent and not play with them. Yeah, there are 15 cards that you are siding in. So yeah, but you can act like you are signing cards. So let's go over the main combo going first. You really don't want to go first, but you still need this combo. So yeah, what a normal hand. Yeah, this is kind of just like the normal hands. We're going to summon Familiar, activate Familiar, add Rice Heart. All the skill parts of this deck is when you are board breaking, because you need to know when to use a board breaker, then use another one, how to chain them. But the combo is quite very linear. You will use Rice Heart to banish Fenrir, special summon Drakosag. If you are doing the first turn combo, if you are doing the other combo, you are summoning Absolute. Okay. Activate him. Send Fenrir. Summon 2 tokens. You will do an IP. Then this guy. So this is pretty much the combo going if your opponent forces you to go first. Now the combo going second makes you do 10k damage. So yeah, 2k more than your opponent's life. Funny, I opened the Fenrir both times. You really don't want to get hand trapped during your combos because you just die if you do, usually. But usually you already destroyed all your opponent's resources using your board breakers. I had sometimes really bad RNG in the case of breaking with Fua, but it's really not so often. Yeah, you are going to summon the guy, Odai's Rebellion, Dragon Overlord. He can attack 3 times, and you also have Gravity Controller. Plus you have all of your board breakers. We only opened 2 Raigekis and 1, Darkhold kinda is Raigeki. 2 Raigekis, 1 spell and trap removal, 1 Call by the Grave. Okay, so this is the first one was your combo going first, the second one was going second. The most important part of the deck is knowing when to board break, how to board break, and it's really complicated. I mean, some people think board breaking is just activating Raigeki and that's it, but for this particular deck, you have about 3 or 4 board breakers in your hand, and you need to know when you are activating them. Because if you're not activating them at the right time, if you're not activating them at the right time, then you are dead. There's a lot of skill behind this deck. And depending on the matchup, it could be a higher level, much higher level, or an easier one. Like going against Kashtira, you can just flip an board breaker. If you're going against the Kali Yuga version, the only going first viable Kashtira deck, if you ask me. I made a hybrid version going first and second. It was really cool, but yeah, you are not going to play it in this format with so many hand traps because it loses to any one hand trap. This also loses to some hand traps, but your opponent probably won't have them. Probably. So, yeah, if your opponent plays the Kali Yuga version, you have Droplet, Chalice, Poly. Yeah, and that's about it. You could play towers, not towers, the cards that kill towers, the kaijus. You can play kaijus instead of your spell trap guys. Instead of Radiant Typhoon stuff and double Cyclone, you can play kaijus if you are more afraid of those decks and play Imperm instead of Chalice, even though I say it's better to use Chalice because you are usually just using it to board break. So, in essence, out of 5, this deck is probably a 3.5 on a okay day. maybe even a 4.5 on a good day. On a really, really bad day, it's about a 3. So, on a really, really bad day, with the worst matchups, it is a rogue deck. If your opponent plays a whole lot of hand traps and knows how to counter the strategy. If your if your opponent plays a deck that isn't like 50 hand traps in one, if you are wondering what the 50 hand traps in one deck would be, yeah, it's Killer Toon, and I absolutely hate that deck. I hate Killer Toon. Please ban them. So, I really hope they can ban. Yeah, the matchup against that deck is not the best if they draw any hand traps, but they will probably just use them in the combo because they are tuners. So, yeah. Again, if your opponent doesn't play any hand traps, it's a really small chance. What's really annoying is tower decks. If you play with Lunalight with this version against Lunalight, yeah, you are just gone. I mean, you can use Zilphonia. The Gorgon. I am not sure how to pronounce her name. The Gorgon. Okay, you can use her. It is a good idea. But they can still interrupt you. You're not playing salesman. So yeah, this is one of the most fun decks you can play. Really fun this format, unless you are playing against a hand trap heavy deck. And both of the players get to have fun. This is the most important thing in Yu-Gi-Oh! If you ask me. I get to have my fun, you get to have your fun. This is what I built this deck in mind of. So, hope you enjoyed the deck. See you in the next one.